5:30 in a seminar meeting, in a seminar setting, and I have 600 people there. So I came early, got my PowerPoint ready, got my mic on, etc. Did checks. Can they hear me at that end? Can they hear me at that end? Talked to the person who hired me. Everything was great, but I was nervous. I decided I'd go to the bathroom. So I peed, flushed, and I came out and there was nobody there. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do some voice exercises, so I'm not going to be so stressed. A, E, I, O, U. I feel better. I looked in the mirror and I said, looking good, girl. Then I walked outside and I climbed up onto the stage, and 600 people were looking at me very strangely. The woman who hired me said, your mic was on. So has anybody ever been to Togo in West Africa? I'm the only person I've been there. I was there with a group of 4 or 5 people, and what I was doing was importing cloths from some back villages, which I was selling to a United Nations shop in San Francisco. And I got friendly with the guide. The guide was a college-educated Togolese, and he was named Kofi. Kofi means Tuesday. They name all their kids Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and in any classroom, you've got 4 Mondays and 5 Saturdays and 4 Sundays. I don't know, that's what they call all their kids, days of the week. So Kofi and I got to be friends, and one day he said to me, when we dropped everybody at the hotel, he said, Rosalind, do you want to come with me on my motor scooter and go all around Lomé, the capital city? I said, of course I do, but I want to go someplace the tourists never go. So he said, how about the fetish market? I said, fetish market? What's a fetish market? He said, well, everyone in West Africa believes in voodoo. V-O-U, not voodoo. But it's French. That's where all the slaves came from West Africa to the Caribbean and as slaves. So he said they go there and they see the voodoo priest, and then they come out and they buy charms and things so that they will have a good marriage, or they will get healthy, or they will have a baby. I said, okay, fine. So he takes me to the largest fetish market in all of Africa. And it was, corrugated plastic roof and lots of wooden tables. And I wandered around going, ooh, that's rhinoceros horn. Look at all these bones. Oh my God, what's this stuff? There's some dead birds here and some beaks and a mongoose. Ew. Coffee, what's this in this little plastic vial? He says, Rosalind, those are monkey testicles. Ooh. Rosalind, would you like to see the voodoo priest? Well, I would. So he takes me in the back room, and there on a table, a white tablecloth with a candle, and there is a wizened old man who nods at me. I nod at him, and he lights the candle. Then they go back and forth in their language, what do I want from the voodoo priest? So I said, I want a husband. This was 1982. So I said, I want a husband. And they go back and forth in their language, and they say, my husband's going to be $50 American. Oh, now I happen to know that the average salary for a month for a Togolese was $25. So they're taking the tourists big time. All those people out there with the monkey testicles, they're not paying any $50. So I stand up and I say, I don't need a husband that badly. And I'm leaving. And Kofi grabbed my arm, and I looked at him, and he was terrified. And he said, Rosalind, sit down, Rosalind. You never leave the voodoo priest until he blows out the candle, Rosalind. He's a voodoo priest. Sit down. Okay, all right. So I sit down, and I said, but make a deal, $50 is ridiculous. So here they go back and forth, and they're like, what you now? My husband's going to be $10. So I pull out the $10 and I put it down. And he does some incantations over me, and he hits me with some branches, and he rubs an egg all over me and throws it over his shoulder. I love this stuff. And then he gives me a little square glass bottle with some leaves and some oil in it. And he said he picked these leaves at the top of Mali, at the top of Togo, the border of Mali, and he's blessed these leaves. And when I get home, what I should do is put the oil on my eyebrows, and I will get a husband. I said, oh, that's great. So I get home, and I bring out this bottle, and I think, millions of people believe in voodoo. Millions of them. Who am I to say it doesn't work? I am going to wear this stuff for 1 week. So after I, gotten home, done my jet lag and everything, I put this oil on my eyebrows, and I nearly burned my eyebrows off. It hurt so much. But I was very aware that I was looking for a husband because my eyebrows hurt all the time. So the first day that nothing happened. I didn't get a husband. The second day, nothing happened. The third day, I went to a speech by 2 PhD psychologists who were sort of doing a speech because they wanted you to sign up for the weekend workshop in Berkeley. And I thought, one of those guys was really brilliant and interesting. His name was John. So I signed up for the weekend workshop. And I went to the workshop. There were about 20 people there. At lunch, this man John comes over, and he says to me, how'd you like to go out for Ethiopian food? Ethiopian food? Who asked you out for Ethiopian food? This guy is a traveler. Well, to make a long story short, I started dating him. He moved in, and 2 years later, he became my husband. But that's not the end of the story. You see, John was very brilliant, wonderful guy, but he mostly lived in his own head, and he was writing his book all the time. And so, after 2 years, we had a very amicable divorce, and no lawyers involved, and we remained friends. And there I was, single again. But I got the $10 husband. What would happen if I paid $50? A river raft trip, 2 versions. Version 1. We were drifting down the San Juan River in Utah in the Bears Ears National Monument. The sun was shining. Around every corner were beautiful red rock formations, lovely people, wonderful meals, sleeping under the stars. Every morning we were awakened at 5:30 in the morning by our chanting rabbi. And then we would go down to the river's edge, and we would chant for a half an hour as the sun came up. Baruch, 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 Baruch. It was so lovely. That's version 1. Version 2. Have you ever been on a river that had only 4 inches of water? They shouldn't have let us go. We were the last people on the river, and all the water was gone from the river. What that meant is that the raft stuck on every rock, and we would have to get out of the boat and take the rope and walk through 6 inches of mud, hauling that boat everywhere until it got enough water. Then we get back in the boat, and we had to sit like this and paddle 8 hours a day. We did 18 miles a day of dragging that raft. And did I mention that it was 105? It was really hot. You couldn't, the hat didn't help, let me tell you. Oh my God. And so there was, whenever we landed, we had to walk through 20 feet of mud to get to the riverbank. And then we had to go set up our tent and set out our sleeping bag and get everything ready. And we had to do that for 7 nights. In the morning, we had to wrap it all up again and put it there again. So the difficult part of that trip, I mean, most of it was difficult. The difficult part of that trip was the bathroom situation. You see, the Bureau of Land Management decided that too many trips came down that area, and that they decided there could be no elimination on land. This meant you couldn't bury your stuff like we used to do. You couldn't even pee on the land. Well, think about that. So you're a woman, and you need to pee, and you can't pee on the land. So you go through 20 feet of mud to get into the river, and then you stand there pretending like you're not doing what you're doing in your full clothes, right? So that was one part. But every night they set up what they called the groover. The groover was a big iron box with a toilet seat on it, and they put it in some pretty place overlooking the river. Now, this groover held 13 people's poop for a week. And because it filled up, you couldn't pee in the groover. You had to pee in a little white bucket that was down there. Now, I don't know if you people have ever tried to separate those two functions. But I have never quite done that. No, I haven't. And so, one day I came, there was a white bucket half filled with other people's pee, right? And, you know, I was 77. I was like the oldest person on the whole trip. And it's sort of hard to get down that far. It was way down